Thank you. Well, we all know what happens in the classic tale Cinderella, but what happens after the prince and Cinderella move into the palace together? That is the question answered by Cinderella after Ever After. And here today, Brooke Steele and Darnell Pierre Benjamin, two actors from the show playing at the Ensemble Theater Cincinnati. This show will be held November 30th through December 30th. You have plenty of time to see it, and boy, are you going to want to see it, because they were just telling me a little bit about it. Let's start from the beginning, which was last year's show, Cinderella.
Yes, last year, Cinderella is a little different than the Cinderella you know and love, and I hope you know and love this one. She wants to stay home and read her philosophy books instead of going to the ball. And it turns out the prince does too. So they end up finding each other and falling in love, and this is when we get to find out what happens after they move into the palace. And everyone moved into the palace, including her stepmother and her stepsisters, and Gaston is at the palace too, who is Prince Freddie's best friend. And so we all have to figure out how to work together and get an engagement ball on its feet. And
tell me which character both of you are playing. Are you playing Gaston?
I'm Gaston, who is the best friend of the prince. I'm sort of his confidant. I'm the guy who he looks to for balance, because his dad, the king, is very practical, and Gaston is all about fun, live your life, enjoy it. And that's how I think, you know, Gaston helped quite a bit to get him to let go and fall in love with Cinderella.
And I play Cinderella.
And so is this the same exact cast from last year?
There are a lot of the same cast. It's not totally the same, but mostly.
But the characters will all be returning,
yes,
whether or not it's the same actors or not.
All
right, so this is a little bit of video. This is, would you call it more a comedy or a drama or a mix?
It's definitely very funny. There's a lot of comedy, but we do have some real moments in this show. As anyone knows who's planning a big event or planning a big dinner around the holidays, a lot of family pushing and pulling comes into play. And so there's some of those real moments, though these family characters are maybe a little more extreme than yours, hopefully.
And would you say, I mean, if somebody, say, missed the show last year, could they still come to the show this year and know exactly where you're starting off, or do you think that they should maybe do a little research first and find out the differences?
Not at all. What's really great about what they put together with the show, right at the beginning, there's a recap, and during that recap, we kind of touch almost every single moment in a snippet, but just enough to where you know, like for example, most people know the story of Cinderella, but ours was a little different. So we kind of give you a little taste of how we did it last year, and we go straight into the new story.
So you're caught up to speed.
Absolutely.
It's Cinderella
from the second it starts.
In the first 5 minutes.
Yes, we even sing some of the songs from the last year's show.
I feel like everybody needs that. Here's a catch-up of what you missed on last week's episode. Exactly. All right, so if people want to get tickets right now, they can start. And you guys are already, I'm sure, well underway with the rehearsals, and the show starts in just a week.
Yeah, we're in previews right now. We do this wonderful fairy godmother program where we bring in kids and we do preview shows for them.
And how are those going?
Oh my goodness, it's going so well. We had our first one on Monday and the second was on Tuesday, and these kids are amazing. I love the program, and in general, it's a really great program. And it's been going around how long now? Like a couple of
10
decades?
years. 10 years.
10 years?
And I'm sure they're the best audience, too, because they're going to be totally honest with whatever's happening, right?
Yes, and there's lots of moments for audience interaction, too, and they grab onto that.
Yes.
Good stuff. All right, this sounds like a fun one. Guys, thanks for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Be sure to get those tickets and check out the show. You have the entire month of December. We have one final